Good morning, Internet. Welcome to another episode of Doorgaans Verkeerd. Even if you've seen any of my previous videos, it's been a while. Back in 2023, I was bitchy out in Yorkshire on my Piaggio Medley. I then packed away my camera. I bought a new scooter, rode it lots, and filmed nothing until 2026, when someone called Adam filmed me.
Friends now. Alright, Zoomy boy. We're practically brothers now. He's my brother from another mother. Oh, he's getting frustrated. I'm going to go and say hello. It's a good advert for bikes, this traffic, isn't it?
This goes all the way back. I mean, I'm not sure where you're going, but I've come from Clifton. It goes all the way over there.
Yeah, no, I think my wife's been out this morning. I think Sinister Island's shut, so it just causes carnage everywhere, doesn't it? Chat.
See, there was some accident in Eccles, so that's why the motorway's all blocked from Rochdale.
Monday morning, bit of cold weather, couple of accidents, perfect storm, innit? Right, let's follow my new best friend. We nearly had like a Maverick and Goose moment then. You can be my wingman anytime. Bullshit. You can be mine. No, he's getting frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Just chill. Just chill. It's absolutely fine. Take your time. We're at a crossing. Let people cross. No rush, no worries. You go that way, my mate. You go down there. I know you're not going to get down there, so I'm going to go this way. And this is the end of our relationship. It's been emotional.
Well, I got through traffic in the end and dusted off my camera. I can thoroughly recommend Adam's channel for some interesting content. He's even managed to show car drivers some kindness, while the best that I can muster is a begrudging tolerance. I really must improve, and so must this road surface. Have you seen these potholes? It's become quite a challenge dodging them, and on a major road such as this, the A666 towards the M61 motorway, that's a bit embarrassing really. It's only been 2 or 3 years since this stretch was fully resurfaced, so perhaps Bolton Council deserves some money back from the contractors. They best get a claim in before our drivers start claiming for their broken wheels and suspension. Anyway, bear with me as we go across this roundabout from the opposite angle of what Adam showed. I wanted to point out some more holes in the road on the other side. Honestly, they are nothing compared to some that I will show you later in the video, and I will stop ranting about road services, I promise. Well, soon. First though, have a look between these two lanes. Not only does it feature a murder strip where brave cyclists can squeeze in between vehicles that are likely to make a last-minute lane decision, the white van will illustrate this perfectly, they also feature more holes. I would usually filter down the middle anyway, but not when I would have to set off from a wet metal grid. And here we are at a shop I go to far too often, but it does allow me to spend some club card points on travel. And perhaps it's for a similar reason that this morning the car park is filled with travellers. I do not want to invite views on that, and I do not judge, but I've included it for being unusual. It is not unusual to see someone in a small car believing that they drive a huge vehicle.
Come on, you're not in a big car.
Or a pedestrian crossing on red.
Yeah, is it because I'm on green?
Maybe Adam quite rightly noticed I tend to get frustrated. Anyway, as part of my job, I sometimes have to travel to offices in other cities such as Leeds. On a random Thursday, the highest motorway in England proved quite a challenge. Strong winds causing a 40-mile-an-hour limit in freezing fog. The things we do to have a one-to-one with a manager. If you find yourself in a similar battle, I would say stay floppy. Do not hold on for dear life. I couldn't film the way back due to snow. Yeah, fun commute. Back in Kearsley on another day, of course a gentleman on a motorised steed would be so courteous as to let a bus out. No good deed goes unpunished though, as we get stuck behind it turning immediately. Oh well. We're not in such a hurry that we'll go out to the middle of the road. Turning car drivers never care for that. And the middle of the road is where you find people doing dumb things.
That seems clever. Never
It's wet on Long Causeway in Farneth, a location you may recognise from Adam's clip. No hurry, and the car's quite near the curb of the crossing, so I'm holding off on filtering. Another biker makes a different decision. It's a struggle, but he does get through. When the mobile roadblocks start moving, it's time for me also to make some progress. Besides, this is clearly a meet-up spot for bikers, right? The bridal shop opposite the junction has got two signs. Because I love you, parking at the rear. But let's keep our distance. Traffic will move off soon enough. It's gone a green light. So we've not really got the time to have a quick rant about cagers and traffic, and then for me to quote Top Gun. I feel the need for speed. Now excuse my French, Dutch.
Yeah, hello.
Another day, another commute. This time to the office in Manchester. I have filtered through so much traffic already. On the M61, then M60, then the M602, and now here on Regent Road. The driver of this very narrow Japanese pickup, though, says no. Thou shalt not pass. I can see him in his mirror. He can see me, but of course he avoids eye contact. I can only imagine he was hoping to get a little lucky by receiving a ducky. But all I can offer is, well, some kind advice.
Fucking move your fucking Isuzu. Use your mirrors!
Sorry, the beeping out my swear words came a bit late. Anyway, we find ourselves now on Pendlebury Road in the dark, and it has a 6'6" road narrowing, which is blocked by what I think is a Mercedes S-Class, which is 6'4" in width, and a little bit expensive to scratch. So, of course, I keep my distance to give everyone options in case we need to go back. I do wonder what language they were using. Anyway, at this point a van threatens to come past me and reduce everybody's options, so I had to reduce the distance a little bit. And maybe this isn't the most interesting bit of this video, but will we make it all through? Yeah, I'm 6'7". Can I get through a 6'6" road narrowing? We'll soon find out. Nailed it, but then I didn't bring a sofa. Just after 9 AM on a weekday morning in Chorley, where big cars like to reduce 2 lanes into 1. The weather is filthy and that does affect a few, sorry. Still, I do have to insist that 2 lanes exist. Now, keep an eye on the traffic light. Did you spot the green arrow for traffic going straight? It is an odd one. The cars behind me haven't noticed it at all. Sorry, wow. They are getting so small in my mirrors you won't see them, but it was cause for a chuckle.
Fucking hell.
Now please turn down your volume. And this is how we water the giant hogweed seeds between Chorley and Bolton. If you never show an Audi driver any kindness, you cannot expect any in return. So I let this lady come out to turn right on a junction with limited visibility. Decisions, decisions. A little bit further down Slackey Brow, there's a grey area, a chicane with a lot of potholes, a cycle lane next to it with no signage, no solid line. advice welcome. Now, especially for Adam, I wanted to show some roads between Kearsley and Ratcliffe that are a bit more spicy than the usual ones. So firstly, here is Fold Road in Ringley, going towards the Horseshoe Pub, where they serve some really scrummy stuff, by the way. And then a sharp turn, I mean a very sharp turn, to Ringley Old Brow, which is short, but very steep. Yeah, a very sharp turn, sorry. Why am I doing this as well in February when it's wet and cold? Anyway, this little road leads to Ringley Road West, and that then leads back to the main road where you can turn right towards Ratcliffe. So I'll show Ringley Road West going the other way around as well. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, well, not so much a shortcut exactly, is it? I mean, it's a lot slower, but it's a nice area. Lovely houses, quite nice street lamps, I think, as well. Lovely poplars. So, yeah, let's have a look.
So, to the right here is a shortcut up the shortcut. Come up that, it's quite rough.
This here is just past Ringley Old Brow, and I was just saying it's quite rough. I'm not sure why I'm talking to camera. It's quite rough as well, the sound.
I just remember like coming down here with my little kid in a go-kart. Bad idea. I think I had some sort of horsey rope tied to the back of it so I could keep him under some level of control. This is a steep one. And with all the potholes and everything, it's also quite possible that you'll lose control. At this point, they should probably just scrape away the tarmac. That'd be an interesting road, if it were just cobbles.
Have a look to the right as well for a terraced garden, really quite nice.
Well, it's just potholes.
If you think that those potholes and the exposed cobbles might be some of the worst road surface you've seen in this video, you might be right, but we're nowhere near the end of this video yet, and I've got something coming for you that might just amaze you. Anyway, we're going back here towards, well, I don't know what this road is called, to be honest, but it's left towards Kearsley, right towards Ratcliffe. Now, in Stoneclough, take a left turn where you see the Grapes Hotel and you go into Prestolee. Nice little church. There's a school here as well. And we're just racing up the road at the moment because it's just houses and everything. It's quite a nice area, quite a nice little village. But I wanted to show you a particular road, and that might just be the worst road in Lancashire, but to be fair, it's also one of the more interesting ones. So here we go, this is Prestolee Road, and apart from Bridge Street, it's actually the only street that will lead out of the village. I say street, it's a road really, but yeah. Here we go across the canal, the Bolton-Bury and Manchester Canal, or Manchester-Bolton-Bury Canal. Yeah, so far so good. I'm on the right because actually, yeah, it's a bit rough in the middle.
with an adventure bike.
So this is not an adventure bike, but this is a big-wheeled scooter, so I've got some chance of getting through, and that would have been the worst bit, because now, as you can see, we're back in civilization. It can only get better from here. Well, as you can see, there's the odd pothole, but apart from that, it's perfectly doable.
Probably fine going through the puddles. Probably. Can't guarantee it. So let's not. Gotta say something about adventure bikes making it easier around here. There's ice as well. This is February. Crikey. I actually didn't expect it to be this bad. Maybe best to do this on a dry day. Once you've had a few dry days.
In all honesty, I'm showing this because it is a road, and it's, as you can see, quite a spicy one, but I would not recommend you take your motorcycle or scooter this way, certainly not with any regularity. On an occasion it can be quite nice, but I would choose for that occasion to be in spring or summer, and bringing a mountain bike or just your hiking boots might be a better idea, let's be honest. So now we really are back in civilization and quite close to rejoining the main road, but with quite a lot of mud between the grooves in our tyres. So yeah, don't do this on any rough winter's day, unless you're stupid like me. Also, you can see the road is flanked by farms, and there is absolutely a lot more horses here than you might expect, somewhere between Bury and Salford, so please do take it easy if you do come this way. But here we are, back on the main road. To the right is Kearsley, to the left, Ratcliffe. Now, if you take a really sharp left turn instead of continuing towards Kearsley, this is Ringley, the village proper, and it's quite nice. On the left is the River Irwell, and if you pay attention, there is a very old bridge going towards the church. with La Roma restaurant opposite. And I'm not the only biker in this village, so that's nice. If anything, this is a handy way of avoiding those chicanes on the top road with their potholes and the grey area of the cycle lane. I wouldn't recommend it though if you have a car. Right, only a minute or so left of the video, so well done if you sat through all that, and apologies for any boring bits. So this here, I'm just staying behind the pony at a decent distance, because overtaking it, well, you never know what comes around the corner. And yeah, I'm always a little bit wary, of course, of what horses might feel, and as you can see, this one is quite spooky. This is not a nice junction for a horse to be at. Well, that's it. Thanks very much for watching.